Alright, what's up, Dragon Brew? Today we're going to be playing some Simic action, and mostly because we rolled into a new season with Avatar, and it turns out this version has already won a league event. So, let's talk about it. So the goal here is we're going to be playing a lot of mana, a lot of big spells, and even some counters to back them up. Speaking of which, the list starts with 3 steps ahead, because this is actually good for even copying our stuff. And since we'll have so much mana, we should be able to use multiple parts of this. We do, of course, have Llanowar Elves, because you're playing green and aggro-y stuff. We have It'll Quench Ya, because it's the quenchiest, but it just makes your opponent pay 2 for a spell. It's good enough for us here. We do have Badger Mole Cub, because mana. Intrepid Paleontologist, not just for mana, but also removing stuff from graveyards, because those are a big thing right now. Check out yesterday's video if you haven't. We did some crazy stuff with Foggy Swamp Visions. And then Tender Wild Guide, also a way to make more mana. And these can grow over time, putting counters on themselves. Quantum Riddler just gets us extra cards. We do have Moraine River Regent for a way to draw cards or to just bounce things and keep things going. There's a real chance we're just going to be casting this more often than even using the Omen side. We do have 1 Craterhoof Behemoth because if we can get there with the mana, why not, right? 1 Sheet Tong, another way to help us dig for cards and get you a really big flyer and some way to spend our mana, because that's the biggest thing in these types of decks. If you're going to be making all this mana, you want somewhere to put it. Speaking of which, we also have Doppelgang, because copying Riddlers and Regents, like, that's kind of fun, or just getting us a bunch of mana to get a large Washing Tong or anything else. So, could be really cool. We are playing a couple of the new lands in Agna Calais. I don't remember how to pronounce this one. And then Ba Sing Sang. So we have both of these available to get us more cards and more creatures. So this deck's doing a little bit of everything, and it makes sense why it was so good. But if you want to build this or anything else, because you might have most of the parts for this already, check out our friends over at Tales of Adventure. It's TOAMagic.com. You can use my code DRAGON. It's DRAGN. And it'll save you 5% on whatever you decide to buy on their website. You get to save money, you get to support the channel. But for now, let's go see if this league-winning deck can hold up in best of 1. We are going to keep this. I mean, it's a weird keep because, like, if our creatures do live, and we get to do Llanowar Elf into Badger shenanigans, we're not really doing anything with the mana. So hopefully we can turn this into something. What is this? Blue and green on their side. Okay. It's good to know. We will go ahead and Badger up. One of those. And no attacks. Now they do get to turn off our Badger here, which is annoying. Tyvar. Tyvar's good stuff. I can respect it. Yeah, no blocks. Oh, that's fun. Let's go ahead and make 2 of these. So even without the help of our Badger Mole, we're just trucking right along here on mana. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could draw into some. Oh, there's an Ouroboros. So that to make things a little bit annoying. Sure, you got it. Still not blocking. And if we just die next turn, we die. Oh, we don't necessarily have to, because we can just bounce things with Moraine River Regent here. So, if we were going to bounce, it's going to be Ouroboros and the Beastbinder, right? Because that unlocks our mana next turn. And we can always just chump block a Tyvar, so we don't really care if something happens. Like, we don't even have to chump block right now, actually. We just block with Moraine. Let's just... you know what? I will attack for 2 here. I think I'm going to put a counter on my Wild Guide. In the turn. We're in pretty good shape. Because now, if nothing else happens here, we just get to Craterhoof. And that's going to be ball game, right? That's crazy. Like, our opponent played Beastbinder, turned off our Badger Mole Cub this whole time, played an Ouroboros, and we were just like, yeah, whatever. Almost forgot to put my counter on. That would have been sad if I didn't attack with it. Alright, and we can just blast this for a million. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures. 7 creatures. Yeah, this has got to be more than enough, right? Yep, that'll do it. Sometimes that's literally a math is for blockers. I'm like, I don't know, 7 times 4 is 28 plus whatever power. That's good enough. Like, sometimes just gotta let it be. Okay. Ugh. We're gonna keep it. I'm just gonna hope we don't draw a bunch of lands or mana or whatever here, because we need things to do with our mana. Otherwise, it's gonna get real sad. Ha! I got all creatures. Duress that. Though we do have, what, like 7 spells that technically they would be able to duress? I do technically need double blue. Like, do I save this just to do this for 1? That seems lame. Because you draw cards rounded down, so you don't even get anything. You have to do it for at least 4 to be valuable. I'll just pass anyway, though, just in case. They don't know what our new card is. Maybe they'll try to waste another duress or something here. No, they didn't do anything, and they didn't kill our Llanowar Elf. What? I feel like we're cheating now. Alright, well, I'll just pass. I guess now if you try to kill the elf, we'll just use that to play a Wan Shi Tong or something? What are they doing? Oh, yeah, we'll definitely stop that. No, none of those shenanigans, friend. How dare you? Oh, there's a Badger Mole Cub. So if we play the Mole, we still have 4 mana? I'm into it. Might as well be this, right? Then we have 2, 4, 5 mana. All right. New attacks. I probably should have, but I can get an extra 1 on Wan Shi Tong here. So even if the opponent decides to play like a board sweeper here, I'll just flash in a Wan Shi Tong. I'll float the mana. Yeah, that's fine, I think. And then we'll go ahead and just play this for 4? No, for 3. Because it's 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Get us a card. I don't think Paleontologist really does much for us. So here's a weird thing. Like, we could bounce. I don't even think we do. I think we just wait to play a bigger Wan Shi Tong. Is the plan here. So we attack with this and this. And then we'll have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we could do this for 6. That's crazy. Alright. End the turn. So even if they sweep the board or something here, we can likely find a way out to play other stuff. And I would be okay with that. Oh, that's it? Yeah, sure, alright. That one kicks the bucket, I guess. I'm like, not sure what else you got in mind here. If all they have is another way to kill a creature at, like, sorcery speed, then they're just dead. Well, I guess not quite. It'd be 6, 7, 8, 9. So they'd be at 1. Alright. Let's go ahead and 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, so we do this for 6. And we get a stack of cards, because this card's silly. Oh, yeah, and they take 2 of their own. So, yeah, they are dead. Never mind. Just attack here. Alright. I get why this deck works. Yeah, this is probably fine. We have both our colors. This comes into play tap, but we don't have anything to play till turn 2 anyway. More mana duders. We need an untapped land for 2 reasons. Either give us the option of playing the Wild Guide, or if we want to leave mana up, we get to play Paleontologist, and it'll quench you. So an untapped land here is huge in a lot of respects. Alright. Come on, deck. Don't fail us. Don't fail us. Because here's the problem. I was going to say, if we didn't get it, I was probably just going to have to leave up the 2 mana. Pass the turn. Yeah, let's slow their mana down. Even though I wouldn't have mind copying their creature. Oh, well, that's something. Huh. Well. Alright. They're playing mono green. They're probably trying to ramp into something ridiculous as well. but I think we're okay with that. Then even if we don't draw a land next turn, we have access to 7 mana, which lets us do this for 1. If we can get another land, we could do this for 2. But then we also get to play Riddler and leave up Quincha. It'll Quincha. Oh, no, because we only have... Oh, yeah, we have the Paleontologist. That'd be fine. What are these shenanigans, opponent? What is it you're doing here? Wow, Arena was going to use all my blue mana for that? Oh, no, these also make any color. What am I talking about? All right, fair enough. Let's go ahead and just play this. Only 1 card, but that's fine. That enters tapped. Pass the turn. Oh, no, thank you. Granted, copying their ore board next turn could have been some slick business. For real. Let's go ahead and play this. This is what? Ward 2? Yeah, let's bounce your guy. And we'll just pay for it. Yep, that'll do it. Yeah, opponent was trying to do us dirty, though. They played Roaming Throne on plant, so they're going to try to, like, double counters, which is huge, but that's tough when you're playing 2 4-mana things to try to make that situation work. But yeah, worked out for us. This is a fast start. I was going to say fast start with nowhere to go, but we do have Meringue River Regent in hand, so maybe. Old Ironsides. That's a character from a whole other game. How many of y'all know that reference in the comments? I would be surprised if a bunch of people know that one. Yeah, there's only 1 creature to target, opponent. I would assume you're doing it, right? I will say, though, I would not be surprised if you start seeing Grim Bauble get a little more action, considering that we're seeing, like, the red-white aggro decks, the mono-white aggro decks, the mono-green, you know, all the stuff with Badger Mole Cub. Like, there's a lot of targets for that thing right now. Let's go ahead and play another elf. Play a breeding pool tapped. And then here's the trick. The reason we're doing it like this is that if our Llanowar Elf doesn't live, then next turn we just play Badger Mole Cub and leave up Quincha, or it'll Quincha, and then be able to counter something. But we may not even have to worry about that, as it turns out. You can sacrifice that to draw a card. Don't know what that says for them. But let's go ahead and play this. Make that dude live. And as cool as it would be to draw cards, I think I'm just going to attack for 1 here. Sure. They target to kill the Badger Mole Cub. We can counter their thing. Oh, do they have another Duskro's Reliquary? No. Or if they do, they didn't commit to it. Alright, so we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I don't feel like that's committal territory here. I'm going to send Badger Mole Cub in just as a test. See if they have anything. Okay, they didn't have anything like deal something to an attacker or anything like that. I think we just pass the turn. We just chill. We don't have a reason to be in a hurry here. This looks like some type of control pile. They might be planning to try to sweep the board here. Oh, airship. We could always bounce airships, though. Yeah, I don't think we care. This is just like, great, you have an airship. Let's go 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to do this for 5. This might be one of the better Wan Xing Tong decks, honestly. You can do some gross stuff here. 2, 4, 5, 6, and we can still leave up Quincha. Yeah, I love that. So let's go ahead and play this. Bounce those things. Be careful to only get in for 8. And then end the turn. I think we're in good shape. This is weird. These games where we're winning just feel very systematic. Like, do the thing, be patient, make sure you can counter a thing, bounce a couple things, maybe draw some cards, and then the game's over. Oh, do we keep this? Oh, man. I think we're supposed to mulligan this just because it's hard to do stuff here, but I think we keep it. But generally, if I were helping somebody and saying, hey, do you mulligan this or not? I would say probably yes. Okay, we got lucky. They didn't have anything to kill something, so that's good, I guess. Let's go ahead and do this. All right, down Wild Guide. All right. That's not bad. It's not bad. Still don't know how long Llanowar Elf is going to live here. Oh, apparently longer than we anticipated. Oh, and they're doing Reanimator-y things. So this puts us in a little bit of a situation, because we know what the opponent's up to. We almost need to try to draw into a counter here, which sucks. I just don't know if it's worth it to just draw one card or to just go for 2 cards. Or, if we were to get all of our mana here, would we feel okay just bouncing some things in the interim? Ah, this is such a tough choice, man. I'm going to go mana here, actually. I don't know that this is right, honestly. I feel like maybe I should have just drawn the 2 cards off of a Omen or something, but... Or at least flash this in and have a 3/3, then we have a combat trick for the fear of missing out. Could have been a thing. Obviously, they could have spot removal or whatever, but could have been a situation. But I'm going to play as though they have a reanimation type spell for next turn. If we lose a mana creature here, I would like to have... I was going to say some type of untap land next turn. Yeah, that's what I thought. So they're just going for it. Ah, we missed. We missed. That is a very, very, very bad miss. Damn. Well, I guess all we can do is draw a card here, huh? Or draw 3, but... Yeah, I think we gotta. Oh, boy. We missed badly. I think that's ball game. I mean, we can do this, but if they already have Cavro in hand, like, there's really nothing. Oh, you know what? I messed up. I should have discarded Meringue River Regent. Yeah. That's the bad part. That's the bad part. I should have discarded Meringue. The reason is, if we don't have counter back up here to counter something, then knowing this is all going to enter. Actually, I guess we would have been dead anyway, right? Because this would have brought back this, and this. So that's already 9, 14, 19. Yeah, we would have been dead anyway. So I guess it didn't really matter. I was just thinking, though, if they didn't have the Terror of the Peaks in the yard, then if we'd have discarded Meringue River Regent, this would at least come back onto the battlefield. And then we could have bounced the big problem cards for a turn or 2. Maybe bought ourselves some time. But with them already having the Terror of the Peaks, it didn't matter. So what we really needed there was our Paleontologist the turn prior, so we could remove the problematic cards. But unfortunately, we missed. We didn't find our counters, and that was kind of ball game. All right, we'll try it. I mean, Llanowar Elf, Badger Bowl Cub. We'll see if it turns into anything. You know, this is actually a thing we'll have to think about in future standards, is that, or at least the future of standard, is generally, a lot of times you're like, oh, I'll just kill your Llanowar Elf. But a lot of decks playing Llanowar Elf are also going to be playing Badger Mole Cub. And the Badger Mole Cub, I don't even think arguably, is scarier. So you're going to want to get rid of that more often. So while it can be kind of neat to get rid of Llanowar Elf, sometimes a Badger Mole Cub is going to be the right answer. Also, if you have the chance to turn a land into a creature, you probably more often not want it to be a blue something land, because you already get... Ah, that's funny, playing that to get a land. That's sweet. You already get green mana off of it, So you'd rather be able to cast your blue spells, you know, off of your one land. Because if it's just green, you obviously can't do that. Credit to the opponent, though. That's a fun way to take advantage of the situation. Let's just attack with the Badger Mole Cub here. All right, in the turn. Now, one of the things I'm thinking about here is maybe just copying our Badger Mole Cub during their end step. Because that's just 4 mana. And we have 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we just Crater Hoof, I guess. Let me make sure this makes sense, right? If we do this in Badger Mole Cub, we play a land, we tap one of these for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we get attacked with Cub, Crater Hoof. Yeah, that's fine. You get to have a Ice Tilt guy. Yep, do all you want to do there, friend. I know math is for blockers, but every once in a while, you got to make sure your future math is good. Oh, you know what? If they go get an island here, oh, that could have been bad for us. If I'd have done this and then they targeted the Badger Mole, I should have done it with that ability on the stack. For sure. But we're going to copy. We can't copy and draw, right? We don't have that much mana. Are they actually going to let us? We don't have that. Yeah, it's like 2, 4. Oh, we do have 6. What the hell? What was I thinking? I could have countered that and done the thing. Ah, well, whatever. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's irrelevant. We still got what we wanted. I forgot to count the Llanowar Elf as a thing. It's fine. We're going to be well ahead of where we need to be here. The singular Crater Hoof comes through. Yeah, that's a silly little combo there to copy your Badger Mole Cub. Let's keep it. I kind of like this hand in the sense that we technically, assuming we keep Llanowar Elf, we could attack, leave either of these up, and then the next turn have some really fun plays. Oh, it looks like we're going to have to use It's the Quenchia. I want to say It's the Quenchiest, because now they have that quote in the game, but it'll quench ya. Or so we're told. We're also told there's no war in Ba Sing Se, but that's whatever, you know? I don't make the rules. No need fighting over that, because they could just pay for it. That, though, feels like we could fight over that a little bit. This was like one we could lose, though. Our hand's not real strong here, if we're being totally honest. Doppelgang. Huh. That's at least intriguing. I don't hate it. Can't do anything with it right now. And if those are real live cards in hand, we could definitely be very far behind right now. Yep, that's not good. That's very, very bad. Not sure what we do from here. It's looking kind of rough. We pass. And It'll Quench is running out of time to be useful, I'll tell you that. Yep. Gets a counter. Yeah, this is one where we just drew one mana source, or I mean one mana creature, and then just all the high-end stuff. So I don't think we're going to be able to get out of this, unless that last card is absolutely dead on their end. But I can't imagine that's true. Ba Sing Se, you're a little late to the party. Yeah, I suppose. Badger Mole Cub, do you do anything? If I play Cub, make a land active that's 2, 3, 4 mana, doesn't do anything. I guess our only play is do this and hope they just have land on top and land in hand. We're kind of out of options here. And there's a good chance they just have like a Sheltered by Ghost or something. And if they do, we're wrecked. We can just queue up the GGs. Alright. Don't even have to worry about it. They had exactly what we thought they had. okay. This is a hand that does nothing. Yeah, opponent might be able to... Oh, you are a step slow here, Llanowar Elf. Yep, they're Badger Mole Cub. Alright, well, do they get to kill us next turn, basically? With whatever way they're going to try to get there. Wild Guide. Well, they have all the mana in the world, that's for sure. Alright, maybe that's important next turn. So we do this. Into this. Playing this. And this. Alright. Now, they look to have only green mana, so I'm assuming there's an Ouroboros, or could just be Craterhoof here, and we just die, right? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Well, we wouldn't die to a Craterhoof. It'd be close, though. Looks like they might be doing Craterhoof math, especially if they have a land to play here. If they have a land, we might be dead, right? Nope, Scrap Shooter. Okay, that's fine-ish. Ooh, okay, that's actually really helpful. So let's Meringue River Regents. We will bounce the Cub, because that's the most annoying problem. And then we will bounce Scrap Shooter, I believe. Yeah, I think that's correct. And then we'll get some attacks in here. Alright. Alright, you have a Cub. I could have tried to counter the Cub, but they have so much extra mana, it wouldn't have mattered there. Tyvar. Also, that sucks. Tyvar pumps your whole team, right? Target creatures you control get +X. Yeah, that could be bad. That's tough. Alright, well, at least you don't have anything with reach. It's like the one spot that's going to work in with all the mana they have. Oh, okay. I see the deck. You're trying. I appreciate your efforts. Come on now. Bounce you, bounce you. The only things that are a threat to us right now, so let's attack with everything else. Alright. I mean, this is a case where even an Ouroboros doesn't kill us here, so that's fine, I guess. Craterhoof is scary. But, I mean, we can block enough to not die. Yeah. And then they die on our turn. So they did have a Craterhoof. They just never got into a situation they could take advantage of it. Yeah, I'm just going to pass. Or go attack, sorry. Yeah, that was interesting. Because that was a situation of like raw power. And then us at least having the disruption to keep them from ever getting into a Craterhoof situation. And we got lucky that we had a big 7 toughness thing back just to keep us alive to not die. But yeah, really interesting interaction. I think you're going to see a lot of mono green in this variety just because of the possibility to play Badger Mole Cub and Craterhoof. Oh, yeah. I mean, we have to keep it. Yep, there's Llanowar Elf. This hand does not look like it's going to be nearly as fast as our last one. Or at least not as resilient as our last one, I should say. Ooh, boy, I would have loved for either of these to have been a land. Yeah, I think we just go with Paleontologist here. Because we can get more value out of the Badger Mole next turn. Especially if we draw another land. If we don't, we'll see what happens. And they're ramping up to the point I don't even know if Quincha will do anything here. And we did not find a land. That hurts a lot. Like, a lot. Damn. Damn. Alright, well, we gotta do what we gotta do. It's not pretty, but, you know, it's something. I mean, at least if Badger Mole Cup dies, we did something with the mana in the interim, you know? Segu Wildling. Oh, we're just playing it straight up. Just a 4/4 flyer, gain some life. Wow. They are playing a serious ramp deck. They're just trying to find all the lands. Yeah, guess what? We're not blocking. I'm not interested in that line of work, friend. Okay, we found another land. We have access to 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 mana. That's a lot of options here. Even just flashing in a Wanxing Tong for 4 is 6 mana, and then we'd still have Quench back up potentially. We could copy. I mean, golly, we have options here. What happens if I just bounce? Like, is that reasonable enough? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. I mean, that feels like it probably is. I think I'm going to go that route. This keeps them off of getting a card from this guy. Attack with the Badger Mole. We'll leave up the Quench, even though I don't think we get to do much with it. But you never know. They might just try to replay the Wildling or something. Or some kind of quirky red-based sweeper or something. We'll see. Okay, that qualifies as a thing we can counter. Love that. Okay, I think we're in the driver's seat now, folks. Let's attack with this. Turning this into a 3/3, I guess. Up to one other creature. Yep. Yeah, by the way, this still gets to use its attack abilities if it is a creature. It doesn't necessarily have to be a creature because of its own ability. And then we'll just leave mana up, so 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this leaves us options here. We can copy a Meringue River Regent after countering or whatever. Yeah, I mean, sure. Let's counter target. Do we get to... Can we do all of it? Nah, we're one short. All right. Target artifact creature we control. And auto pay. And we should be good to go from here. Submit 0. Yeah, that's not going to be quite good enough, opponent. Yeah, Wanxing Tong is even good against sweepers because you can just float the mana, let the stuff go away, and then just have like a 4/4 or 5/5 or whatever after the fact. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, everybody's in the pool, I guess. Doesn't really much matter. No need to mess around on this turn. That's just the kill shot. Yep, that's going to do it. Huh. We'll keep this and hope we can find something to do with our mana. Oh, man. Another old internet reference. Rafael De La Ghetto. Do y'all remember... OGs of the internet remember who had the last name De La Ghetto. He didn't use it anymore. I guess it was like a stage name he decided not to use. But if you know, you know. Let's go ahead and go here. And turn this into a thing. And play this. And now we have access to a lot of mana next turn. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Wow. Guess what? I'm not blocking. You probably knew that, though. Gonna giant growth or something here? No! That's okay. We're still fine. We don't like it as much, but we're fine. Oh, well, that makes it even better. The deck's like, no, just kidding. Feel free to do what you will, fam. We're still all good here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this and get this little knucklehead out of the way. And then straight up Ouroboros. No, an Axebane Ferox. The guy does have Death Touch. I kind of want to just block that, though. And then attack for 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. They go to 13 versus, well, if we go to 12, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, possibly 14. What the boss thing say? Yeah, we'll just take it. If they find a way to kill us in 2 turns, congrats to them. I don't think that... Oh, well. We don't have enough things in the graveyard to get ready. Got to collect evidence 4. So that's not going to cut it for us. But you know what we will do? We will make 2 of these. And then we will attack with this, this, this. Actually, if we block with the land... Yeah, it's fine. Just those. In the turn. Like, they've got to figure something out here, or else we just win anyway. So I'm not going to sweat the decision too much. Like, I guess they could have a fight spell. Yeah, it didn't matter. Yeah, my blocking plan here was just going to be to block with some combination of probably 5 toughness worth of things, just in case they have, like, a weird pump spell or something. But you can tap the Wild Guide to put a counter. If our land just dies, even if we just want to block singly, we at least get the land back regardless. And then whatever else they play, we just bounce it with Regent and just win anyway. So, yeah. Yeah, let's talk about this deck, man. It's kind of weird. Yeah, this feels like it should be kind of clunky, or maybe that you have too much mana, whatever, but we have lots of ways to spend the mana. The deck performed very well. It was basically 70% at 9 and 4, and that's with me goofing up one of those games. So, yeah, this is a fun one. Have a blast with it. If you're going to be playing any online events, this is a good one here to have at the beginning of the season. But yeah, link will be over on Moxfield. Check it out. Remember, check the sponsor. Use my code. Save some money. All that fun stuff. That's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.